Hello. Welcome back to Tape Measure Pencil Knife. Today on Tape Measure Pencil Knife, we're building another coffered ceiling. Not like last time, not your regular coffered ceiling, a special coffered ceiling. This is what the coffered ceiling is going to look like. It's like a plus sign, but before the plus sign can touch in the middle, a square. For material, the material list. I have 3 2x8s, 16 foot long. I have 3 1x8s, 16 foot long. I have 6 1x6s, 16 foot long. And I have 5 pieces of 5 1/4 Cove crown molding. Let me put the whole list on the screen. Ready, set, go. Okay, that's the list. Screenshot that if you need to before you go to the lumber yard. Also, things you'll need to install this. A saw, you see saw? Get it? 16 gauge nail gun, finish nailer with 2-inch nails. They look like this. 2-inch long, 16 gauge. My framing gun, this thing shoots these 3 1/4 by 0.131. I guess that's the width. 21-degree framing nails. See how they're coated in some type of glue? You see the color change? Gray into gold. The friction from the nail being shot into the wood melts the glue, and then it dries again and locks the nail in forever. Forever. Glue, a sander, this is for last. A chalk box, this is for first, to lay it out. 3-inch deck screws and a drill. That's it. Oh, tape measure, pencil, and knife also. Can't do anything without those 3. I did the tool list, I did the material list, I showed you the picture. It's time. Let's build it. Tape measure, pencil, knife. Weird coffered ceiling thing. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. I forgot to mention that you might need a square and a level. I got a level not to level things, just for the straight edge. So if you don't have a level and you just have something straight, it would come in handy. I divided the walls in half, found the centers, measured over 3 5/8 each way to get 7 1/4 total. That's my 2x8. Now I'm going to use this square and this level slash just a good straight edge to make the center square. Remember, not quite a plus sign because there's a square in the middle. Now I'm just choosing to make that square 48 inches. 4 foot by 4 foot square. Just watch. You know I don't like talking about it. Let me get these in one, get these together in one hand so I got this one free, you know, to do things like boom. Now it's time for 2x8s. First, I'm going to cut 2x8s into 48-inch pieces with 45-degree angles on them. And I'm going to glue and screw them together. Then I'll take that 48 by 48-inch square, push it up to the ceiling, shoot it into the ceiling joist. I can see where the ceiling joists are because of the sheetrock screws that are holding the sheetrock to the ceiling joist. If your ceiling is already painted and you can't see where the ceiling joists are, get a stud finder and mark them. Because it's very important that the framing gun shoots those 3 1/4 nails through the 2x8s into the ceiling joist. The ceiling joist must be hit. Got a little excited on that one. Keep it light, okay? But hit the ceiling joist. Cutting the square, attaching it to the ceiling, then I'll cut the other ones, the plus part of it. Measure cut them after the square goes up first. Here we go. Just making sure you're paying attention. Ceiling joist. time to measure. The 2x8s are in place, nailed to the ceiling joist. It's time to measure all the 1x6s. I'm gonna go on the outside of the square first, and the inside of the square, and then down the straight ones, the plus sign, down those to the sheetrock. Around the square, inside the square, outside the square, to the sheetrock. 1x6s. Measure, cut, install with a smaller nail gun. Right? Right. Let's do it. Next, the bottom 1x8s. They go in between the 1x6s. Between those. A 1x8 is actually 7 1/4, and a 2x8 is 7 1/4. So the 2x8's in between, on top, nailed to the ceiling joist. 1x6s on the sides, 1x8 on the bottom. And we set it up 1/4 inch inside the 1x6s. Little extra detail for the eyeball. Let's do it. Coffered ceiling is done, kind of. That's the beams. The beams are done. All that's left to do is crown molding in each box and sanding all those joints. Next up, crown mold. Get it? Up, crown mold goes up. Crown mold. Next up, crown mold. Let's go. Measure, cut, nail. The crown is complete. Now, you may not have noticed while I was cutting, but I ran out of crown molding. 5 pieces was nowhere near enough, actually. It was 8 pieces. I needed 8 for these 4 sections in the middle. I greatly underestimated... Is that an oxymoron? I underestimated the size of the room. There was more in the garage. No big deal. Here we go. Time for sanding. Hand, lens, 3, 2, 1. That mask is good for nothing, except maybe blocking the sunshine. Might be a good sunglass mask. That's all. This thing is done. Not much to it. A little bit to it, but not as bad as you thought, right? You could do it. I'm pretty sure you could do it. I'm gonna show you the final product. But it's not painted. I guess I could wait until... Yeah, I'll just wait until it's done. Stay tuned a second, because I'm going to show you what this thing looks like finished. Completely painted. It's going to be a month from now, but a couple seconds for you. From all of us here at Tape Measure Pencil Knife, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.